Welcome to another episode with Astro Auto Repairs. As you can see, on the 2000 Isuzu Rodeo, last night we worked a little overtime. Got the engine in, went underneath, hooked up the exhaust, bell housing bolts, converter bolts. Now what we're going to do now, a good thing what you do is if you're going to do a job like this, you try to start from one corner and work your way around, so that way you don't tend to forget things that you forgot to plug up. So what we're going to bring the camera closer, and we're going to start from the right side rear of the engine, start hooking up hoses, and we're going to work our way around till we come around to the end. Come around to the end, we should be ready to start this up. Alright, let's get the camera set up, let's get this going. Alright, starting from the right rear corner, we got the heater core hoses. So we're going to get those hooked up. Let's get the clamps on it, put it on the clamps already. Looks like next is the radiator, but before we put the radiator in, we're going to tighten up the crankshaft bolt. That bolt has to be torqued down. I mean, if possible, you torque it down to about 100 pounds because the engine rotates and will get that bolt loose. Crankshaft sprocket will come off. The timing belt will come off. Mess this engine right up. So that thing has to be torqued down. And if you can, use some Loctite. That's some thread sealer that will keep that bolt from backing off. So let's get that done and get around there and put them on. Okay, we're to the step of tightening up the crankshaft bolt. As you can see, I got the 24mm socket up there, 1/2-inch drive. Now this thing has to be torqued down to, just like I said, at least 100 foot-pounds, because if not, this bolt will come loose. You must listen to me on this one, okay? I have done so many cars where this bolt has came loose because these backyard mechanics put up there, tighten it up by hand, and that's it. They come loose. So in order to keep that still, here's a little secret for you guys. Let's go up under the engine. Now you see what I did right there. I wedged that pry bar inside, not on the teeth of the flywheel, but right inside, right up against the converter, right in between there. I had really wedged that in there. Alright, now what we're going to do is take this bar from the jack and we're going to put it on the end of this 1/2-inch drive ratchet, and we're going to really put some pressure down on this. Alright, let's get to it. Okay, I know the angle is bad because the stand on the camera don't go high enough. Here we go. Now I already tightened it up by hand, and watch how, because of this bar, I'm gonna get even more torque. Look at that, look how much I turn that. Just to be sure, I'm gonna go it again. Alright, here we got the radiator assembly. I still got the shroud connected, the lower radiator hose. Also is important to me was still leaving the transmission cooling lines connected. because it makes it a lot easier for me to connect it. That's all I have to do. Get up underneath, connect the two hoses, put clamps on it, and that's done. All right, let's get this radiator installed. Okay, let's get those locked down. Connect the lower radiator hose. Not the top yet because we want to get the fan in there. And then we're going to go up underneath, connect the transmission cooling lines. Alright, let's get that done. We are looking good. Let's get those 4 bolts tightened up and get this upper radiator hose on. See, because we got the belt on, I can tighten these bolts up as much as I need. Do not over tighten these or they will break. Alright, let's get this upper radiator hose on and get the air cleaner on. We need that air cleaner on to start this vehicle because of the mass airflow sensor. And we're ready to give this vehicle a test. Okay, if you watch my other videos, get this tool, $20-something. It is great. So you don't be spilling antifreeze everywhere. Comes with many different adapters. Just find the right adapter. Now what we're going to do, we're going to install 1 gallon, and then we're going to crank this up and see what we got. Also, it gives us a chance to go up under there, make sure there's no leaks. We got everything on this thing new. There's no leaks. Okay, we got our gallon of antifreeze in. Time for the test. Connect our battery. Now if you recall, when we first started this job, I had a loud knocking. You saw us completely break down this engine, put a new crankshaft, connecting rod, bunch of gaskets, timed this thing to precision. And here we are, the moment of truth. Let's do it. Being number one. This is why they say if we can't repair it, nobody can. We are the best. You hear that engine sound? That's all you hear is the fan clutch going. No ticking, no knocking, no nothing. This is a perfect job. We're gonna get the hood bolted on, put some more antifreeze in there. This came out a great job. You got any questions, put any comments in there. We'll be glad to help you out. This is Astro Auto Repair. Can you dig it? If we can't repair it.